Hello, everyone. It's Cheryl. I'm here on my own today. Well, actually, only on my own talking to you. Everybody's in the office. Actually, we've got a full crew in the office today. We've got Natalie, we've got Dex, we've got Jane, and we've got Sophie. Jane, I almost forgot your name. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to What Are You Reading? What are you reading? We've got a stack of books here. So much is going on. And we've got so much to tell you. I'm going to start with Scott Bennett because I recorded a podcast with him the other day. This is his new book. It's called Night in Passchendaele. Scott is a wonderful writer. This is his first fiction book, and I really urge you to pick up and read it. Look at that cover. Love it. Also, Scott is a big fan of our podcast. He and I recorded a podcast and spoke about our podcast, and he's a big fan of Better Reading as well. So that's new. That's out now. So get yourself a copy. All right. Oh, my goodness. Carolyn has written to us. She says, "Hi, Cheryl. I read The Summer Before the War by Helen Simonson. It starts out as idyllic summer in Rye in 1914, a delightful story about non-traditional romantic relationships, class snobbery, and the everybody knows everybody complications of living in a small community before it moves into descending clouds of war with Germany. Its storyline is compelling, and despite it being delightful, it is also a serious novel about class cruelty on and off the battlefield. I loved everything about it." Oh, Carolyn, what a lovely review that is. Thank you so much for sharing that. Sharon says, "Hi, hope you're well. I'm really good. I've been on a bit of a beach holiday, actually. I just came back. I stay with my beautiful friends up in Boat Harbour, Alita and Mark, a shout out. Alita particularly, voracious reader and ex-Better Reading person. Malvina says, "Hi, she's reading The Secret Life of You by Kerry Sackville, and it's fascinating." Carolyn says, "Oh, you look lovely today, Cheryl." Oh, thank you. I think it's because I had a week off last week. Thank you so much, Carolyn. Christine says, "Hi." Judy says, "I'm reading Our Missing Hearts by Celeste Ning." Jill says, "Hi." Faye, "Hi, Cheryl. I'm reading The Bandit Queen Pirani Shroff by Pirani Shroff." Lynn, "The Escapades of Tribulation Johnson." Loved it. I think who is the author of that? Karen Brooks. And we've got it right here. Segue. There we go. I spoke to Karen the other day. She lives in Tasmania. Actually, her and her husband have also got a brewery, I think. Yes. So she's the writer in the family and he's the beer maker in the family. But we had such a lovely chat. So that's the new book. Great cover. And thanks, Lynn, for bringing that up. Yvonne says, "Hi, Cheryl, reading J.P. Pomare's Home Before Night." We love J.P. Pomare. Julie says, "Hi, Cheryl, Jane, Dex, Natalie." And yes, you did miss Sophie. Actually, you know what we should do at the end of this? Everybody's going to come and say hi, okay? Julie, thank you. And Julie is reading Yellowface. Very easy to be drawn in from the first page. Well, hasn't that book been a wonderful success? I think, is it still number one on the fiction list, guys? It's up there. Yeah, fantastic. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Julie. Michelle is reading Carpentaria and the Van Apfel Girls Are Gone. Gosh, they're both old books now, really. But, you know, a book is new until you read it, right? Kathy says, "Hi, Cheryl. I'm reading The House with All the Lights On by Jessica Lee Kirkness." Sharon, "I'm reading The Quiet Tenant by Clemence Michelon." Wendy says, "Hi, Cheryl. I'm reading Weekends with Sunshine Gardening Society by Sophie Green and listening to The Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett." Okay, we've got a question for you guys. We're going to ask you about social media. What is your preferred social media for book recommendations outside of Facebook? Do you get information, let's say, from Instagram? Do you get information from Twitter? Do you get recommendations from TikTok? So, yeah, just tell us. Or is it just Facebook that you use? Okay, so while you're thinking about that, I'm going to talk about our next book, which is our book of the week, The Disorganization of Celia Stone by Emma Young. And I've got to tell you, I just love this cover. It is so gorgeous, isn't it? This is coming out of Fremantle Press, which I love. They've done a beautiful job of this book. It follows Celia's diary entries on a year-long journey of self-discovery. It's inventive and uplifting, and it's a reminder of what really matters in life. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful looking book? Okay, all right. We've also got Good as Gold by Justin Smith, and it's a reimagining of the first Melbourne Cup set in the gold rush era. It's a heartwarming story about triumph and the things that mean more than riches. Isn't that beautifully done too? Okay, there's so much going on. There's also another note here that I've got, and I think Dex is going to put the cover up. It's called The Things That Matter Most. Oh, there it is. Oh, by Gabby Stroud. And it's an endearing and heartbreaking debut novel about a school community in crisis. It's essential reading for every teacher, current and inspiring. Now, she's the one that wrote the nonfiction book about how hard it is to teach Dear Parents. Right, okay. What a wonderful writer, and lots of insight. And that's her new fiction book. Okay, so I know you're all using Facebook because you're here right now. Is there anywhere else you get your book recommendations from? Okay, Jill Wright is reading she's about to start The Running Club by Ali Lowe. Lee, hi Cheryl, hi Lee. I'm reading the Lost Flowers of Alice Hart. Well, that's had a resurgence because there's TV shows on, the TV series. What channel is that on? Does anyone know? Prime. Okay, so that started. We went to an event with HarperCollins, and we saw Holly Ringland. She's got another book coming out this year. Okay, Joe says, hi Cheryl, just finished The Things That Matter Most by Gabby Stroud. We're just talking about that. Do you want to pop that back up there, Dex? You should have done this review for us, Joe. It was both heartbreaking and heartwarming, a beautiful story that will stay with me for a very long time. Well, that's a lovely review. Thank you, Joe. Christine is reading Dreaming in French by Vanessa McCausland. Segue, here we go. I've got it right here. She is delightful. And what a great cover that is. The podcast is out now. And Christine says, what a magnificent storyteller Vanessa is. And that's Vanessa McCausland. And that book's out now. Okay, what else have we got? Jodie is reading Margaret Hickey's Broken Bay. What have we got? Oh, Sally, hi Cheryl, I'm reading Bound to Happen. It's a better reading preview book, and yes, you look fresh and well rested. Thank you, Sally. I feel that. Elizabeth is reading The Running Club, and it's excellent. Teresa says hi, reading Val McDermott's Beneath the Bleeding. The plot keeps thickening. Whoa. Emma, good afternoon, Better Reading team. Just say they are the best team ever. Anyway, we'll get them at the end of the video. Remind me, because sometimes I forget and sometimes I get really shy. Jessica says, hi, Cheryl. I'm reading Child's Play by Danielle Steele. Oh, how lovely. Is she still writing or is that an old one? Faye, are you enjoying it? It's on my list. Okay. I'm not quite sure what that is. Stacey just finished the collection of Regrets of Clover. Fabulous. And just started Dreaming in French. There you go. Dreaming in French. Okay, all right. Now, I've asked the question and we've got some answers. They're coming up. Emily says she uses Instagram. Elizabeth only uses Facebook. Emma says, absolutely agree that a book is new until you read it. Definitely. Faye uses Instagram and YouTube as well as Facebook. Carolyn uses YouTube. Yvonne only uses Facebook. Sally uses Instagram. Judy uses Facebook. Oh, my goodness. Now, a couple of more things to mention. We've got a crime. Who's on the crime fiction panel? We've got
Dave Warner.
We've got Dave Warner. Karen Herbert.
And
that's Jane in the background. Yeah. David Wish Wilson. All three of those people are going to be on a crime fiction panel at the Uniting Church in Paddington, Thursday, the 28th of September at 6:30. Now, we're going to put that information up in a link, aren't we, Dex? If you are in that area or close by, I will be moderating that event. Jane will be there as well.
Can we get a glass of wine with tickets?
Oh, you get a glass of wine with tickets, right?
It's a bet.
It's an. Do I get a glass of wine?
You get 2.
I get 2 glasses of wine. Okay, so crime fiction event Thursday, the 28th of September, 6:30, Uniting Church, Paddington, and we're going to pop the link there. And we're doing this in partnership with our friends at Gertrude and Alice. So there you go. So that's coming up. Also, tonight, I know this is late notice, but Jane and I are going tonight. If you're around or if you're anywhere near Woollahra Library, 6:30, Tim Ayliffe is going to be there chatting and talking about his books. We love Tim, so Jane and I are going to go tonight. I'm not sure if you get wine at a library. Do you get wine at a library? Probably not. No, that's right. Probably not. No promises about wine tonight, but you will get to meet the lovely Tim Ayliffe. We love Tim. So we're just going just because we love Tim, and we're not working at all. I'm not moderating. I'm just there. I'm fanning. Is that what you say? Fangirling. Okay. So that's Tim Ayliffe. That's tonight if you're around. Okay. What else have we got? Malvina. She uses mainly Facebook for book recommendations, but also love the book picks and recommendation on Instagram. Oh, thank you, Malvina. Natalie, I get most of my recommendations from Instagram and this segment, of course. Of course, Natalie. Julie says, Instagram for me. I love finding new bookstagrammers. Fantastic. Stacey only uses Facebook. Helen says, hi, Cheryl, reading Are You Awake by Claire McGowan. Emma says Instagram is the main one. However, I do see reposts from TikTok. Wendy, I mainly use Facebook for info, read new books and recommendations. Teresa, I follow some favourite authors on Instagram and Facebook, but most recommendations come from friends and better reading. Oh, thanks, Teresa. Faye says Instagram and YouTube. Ali says Google top hits and friend recommendations on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, Yvonne says, I stand at Big W and write down the books I want to read and then visit the library. Oh, I like that, Yvonne. That's lovely. We love Big W as well. Emma says, I use the app, Storygraph. Helen, mostly Facebook groups and have lots of favourite authors too. Sometimes just go to the library and try something new. Absolutely. Why not? Rita says, have recently finished Black Lies by Mercedes Mercier and The Paris Agent by Kelly Rimmer. Both great reads. They are. Wendy said, looking forward to reading Vanessa's book. That's Vanessa McCausland. Ali says she's reading The Yield by Tara Jane Winch. Now, that's an old one too, but new for you, Ali. We had Tara in all those years ago, didn't we, for a podcast, and she's just so lovely. Jessica, Christine says, hi, Cheryl, currently reading The Murder Squad by Michael Adams. Denise says she only uses Facebook. Sharon uses YouTube and Goodreads. Natalie, I have just got my copy of Heart Restoring the Cinnabar by Melba Kualaris. She is a dear friend of mine. It's a young adult fantasy book. Check it out. Thanks, Natalie, for that recommendation. Kathy says, isn't Clover just the best? Absolutely. Also, what do we got? Now, here's the link for your tickets for the Crime Writers panel on the 28th of September. So if you would like to come to that, I'm moderating the event. If you'd like to purchase tickets, apparently you get a glass of wine. Some people get 2, and you know that that's happening. Okay, tonight is Tim Ayliffe. What else have I got? Now, have I got a T-shirt, Father's Day T-shirt? Somebody going to give me one of those? Okay, now we've got lots of male T-shirts left. What are you reading T-shirts? We're having a 25% off sale as from now. Actually, right, can we do that as from now, Dex? Yeah? Dex is typing away. As from right now, for all you people at home, if you want a male T-shirt, anything you buy today will be 25% off, right? Including the men's shirt. But the reason we're doing this is we're out of a lot of women's shirts. A lot of, I think all the black V-necks have gone. Now, if you've got a grey V-neck, that's now a collector's item because they've stopped making the grey V-neck tee, so we're not reprinting those. But the black women's V, the black women's crew, the white T-shirt, and we've got some other additions. Oh, the tote bag, All of those are going to be back in stock next week. We'll let you know. We're going to do a little big promotion, and we're introducing one new item. And I bet you can all guess what that is. But anyway, men's mainly, or anything you buy today, 25% off. And then stay tuned when all the restock sizes are back, and that's next week. And we'll let you know what else we're doing. Okay, all right. Now, more. What have we got? Emma says, just finished Mr. Magic by Kristen White. Enjoyed it very much. Emma says, such a lovely and warm book, the one I was talking about. Margaret says, hi, Cheryl, almost finished listening to The Drover's Wife by Leah Purcell on BorrowBox. She's so wonderful. We had her in the office a few years back now. We were recording a podcast with her. A wild ride through the lives of Molly Johnson and her family in the early years of settlement in the Snowy Mountains country, New South Wales. I think that was also made into a stage play as well. Karen says, hi, Cheryl, I'm reading Things That Matter Most by Gabby Stroud. Yay, and a lot of you are reading that. Can we pop that back on the screen? Which is a wonderful, easy read, giving insight into teaching life and how it is the hub of a small community. Loving it. Instagram and Facebook are my social media sources. Thank you, Karen. Kate, my parents and siblings have a messenger thread for reading recommendations. What a great idea. That's a really good idea, Kate. Thanks for letting us know. Kaz is about to start reading Yellowface by Rebecca Kwong. Jane just finished House Rules by Jodie Picoult. And is now reading The Assistant by S.K. Tremaine. Chris says, hi, Cheryl, about to start Dirt Town. Who's Dirt Town? Is that Jane Harper or is...
Hayley Scribner.
Okay, we can't remember the author. Yeah. Cheryl, hi, Cheryl. I get my inspiration for books from you. Thank you. Then follow favourite authors like Tricia Stringer T. Cooper. Absolutely. Rita, does your library have an app and a function where you can scan ISBN codes in the book and it will search library catalogue for you? One of my local library apps does. We don't have any of those facilities and because we don't have a library, but there are. And I know a lot of libraries use BorrowBox. And that BorrowBox app is produced by Belinda Audio Books, who sponsor our podcast. Kate says, currently reading The Whitewash by Sang Lu. Kate says she loves my black crew neck tee. Thank you, Kate. Okay, so we've got lots of men's sizes available and all the women's will be restocked next week except for the grey V, which is now a collector's item. Emma, if I didn't live interstate, I would go to the crime panel. I love hearing authors talk. I'm sure there'll be something new shortly. Ali says then downloaded the book from the library, blah, blah, blah. What have we got? Kate, I also follow some Bookstagrammers for their recommendations as well. And Emma says she loves libraries. Okay, I think that's it from me. I've covered every subject I've needed to. I'm going to get the whole team to come and say hi and bye. You're going to come one by one and I'm going to introduce you again. For those people that are new, so this is Dex, and I know everybody knows Dex. Okay, this is Natalie.
Hi, everyone.
Say hi, Natalie. So Natalie's been with us quite a while. She runs Children and Facebook and everything else.
Hi, everyone.
Everyone knows Jane. That's Jane. And this is Sophie. This is Sophie. Sophie's quite tall. And Sophie is a newbie, but not a newbie anymore, are you? How long have you been here?
6 months now.
Oh, wow. Okay. Sophie is an oldie. Okay. All right. That's it from me. Keep your recommendations coming. I'll read them all tonight. Always love chatting with you people at home. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next week.